Good morning, guys. This is Bonafide, aka Bazate. I would like to welcome you back. This is Delta Crow, little short preview. This is not a episode of the series. It's just a little quick preview to the upcoming episode that we'll be making. I'll be doing the 2 raids back to back if I can tolerate it. It will be Kahndaq, which involves Felix Faust and Black Adam, and the other one it will be this here Sunstone Matrix of FOS, the Fortress of Solitude, which is also called an abbreviation FOS3, which is also what is called in the mission feed Sunstone Matrix. So what it is I will do is, for you guys, I will be streaming the video of Kahndaq, most likely sometime today. I won't be doing Sunstone Matrix yet because I've already completed it and I'm locked out of the weekly bonus features, so I won't be getting any marks from here. So I'm not going to sit there and just waste my energy doing this mission for nothing if it's not to help anybody out. So that's that. But this is a pretty good raid. This is a pretty good area. It's pretty much detailed inside the Fortress of Solitude. Let's talk about Kahndaq for a little bit. Kahndaq is an area where it's most likely it has to deal with the episodic features of Captain Marvel, whereas this is dealing with Black Adam. And he has, it's like Felix Faust. I guess he entrapped 4 different heroes. Not 4 different heroes, 4 people, should I say, because I think 1 or 2 of them are villains. But I believe I know 3 of them. There's Zatanna, Giganta, and Dr. Fate. That when you go up to the boss to fighting Black Adam's the final boss, you fight as him, and each time you face him he has a different set of power, and it will come from either one of those 4 hero or villains. So once you defeat him the first time, each time he'll do his Shazam tag, and it'll make him switch over to another power of a hero or villain via Felix Faust. So, but it's basically a bunch of mummies, and it's pretty not straightforward, but there's a lot of strategic things you have to do in the mission, in the raid all itself. There's 4 separate parts, I believe, to the mission before you get to the boss, which is Black Adam. But it makes it extremely difficult for people to continue on, because the first part is very, very difficult. There's about 3 to 4 times, I believe. I may be wrong, it may be more, but you have to place a rock inside a hole and protect it, and there to be these giant mummies that come up from under the ground, specifically only to destroy the rock. So what the difficulty to that is that people often just go after only certain enemies that are like small and don't get the time to be able to beat those giants in time, and so the giants like knock it out and like knock the rocks out in like 4, maybe 2 hits if they're lucky. But I believe it's like 3 to 4 hits. And that is somewhat very frustrating when there's like 2 on each side of one pedestal. There's like 4 in all. So you gotta watch out. You have to have your group, your raid team. Like, I think there's 8 that you can have in a raid. Maybe more, I'm not sure. But you should have like at least an even amount on each side, taking out 2 of the giants, so you can progress further. And most times people don't be able to progress that far because either their gear isn't up to par to continue in the raid, or go through the raid I should say, or they just say the hell with it and leave. So that's that. Now for FOS, Fortress of Solitude, there are 3 separate raid parts to the FOS. What I mean by that is that there's 3 separate raids. Let me see if I can show you here. No, I can't show you right now because it shows me that I'm in this instance order. But I walked in, so that's why I'm the only one in here. But the FOS, there's a Chasm, what's the other one? I can't think of the name right now, but I know it's FOS 2. And there's the Sunstone Matrix of FOS 3. Each one is different from the last. And honestly, I could be wrong. It's my opinion, but I believe FOS 3 is more easier than both of the other 2 FOSs. For that saying, because in FOS 3 there is a specific group of enemies that you have to take out in order to progress in the Sunstone Matrix. And let me show you something right here. Let me just open this up. I'm not gonna try to do the raid because I'm pretty sure you all know as well as I do, me alone in here won't work. So let me just open this up. There you see there goes Superman and Lex Luthor. They actually greet you inside the Fortress of Solitude, the Sunstone Matrix. As you can see right here, it says meet with Lex Luthor and Superman. Why it says Lex Luthor first and you're a hero, I don't know. Maybe it says the same thing when you're a villain too. Or maybe it just says meet Superman and Lex Luthor, I don't know. But anyway, when you're a hero, you're obviously going to talk to Superman. When you're a villain, you're obviously going to talk to Lex Luthor. I'm pretty sure that's how that goes. But I'm not going to talk to them because I don't want to start this instance and mix myself up. So here, this is inside the Sunstone Matrix. And if you go right over here where this little shield is up, you can see there's Zod, Ursa, and Non. And that's pretty cool that they put them in there, because I remember I had seen a movie of the old Superman with Christopher Reeve in Superman 2, and they actually had that movie revolve around General Zod and his 2 flunkies, Ursa and Non, which was pretty good. But the guy that played as Non had a bald spot, so I was kind of disappointed when I found out he had more full head of hair. So there's that. But I was pretty excited when I found out that they brought them in here. And what I noticed is that Zod, he wears the Sunstone Matrix, not Sunstone Matrix, Sunstone's Edge hands and feet gear, as you can see, that's on me as well. So there's that feature that's also pretty cool as well. But in here, talking about, going back to the enemies, there is a sniper. There's what they call a sniper, sentry, infantry sentry, and a medic sentry. They're not really called sentries, but I don't remember what they're called exactly. But I do know their separate names are infantry, infantry, sniper, and medic. Now, for the sniper, I think it's when you range them, you get struck. It's like a few red targets surround your character's body, and they like go around in a circle. And I think it's if you're up in the air or you're clipped onto one of these part of the walls as a as a acrobatic, they pull you down and deal a hell of a lot of damage to you. So that's horrible. So it's best to just keep squaring them up with the square button for melee to get rid of the snipers. So that's that. That's the best way I can tell you. The only thing you can do with the sniper to get rid of them is just keep mashing the square button, and they'll go down after a while. The infantry, they come second. My opinion is you should get rid of the medic after you get rid of the sniper. That way they're not giving you so much of a hassle when they put up their red shield. Their red shield, a lot of people don't be paying attention when the red shield pops up. You absolutely, positively cannot, I can't stress it any further than that. You cannot hit them while they have their red shield up. If you do, more than half of your group will fall if they're nearby the medic when the red shield's up. That's the only way to explain it to you. It's self-explanatory. You see it for yourself when it happens, so don't freaking hit them when this red shield's up. That's it. Now some people, they can hit it like, I think trollers or tanks, I think. I'm not too certain, but I'm a DPS, so I don't try to mess with them. But I've seen a few times, but I don't try to sit there and chance it or risk it. But there's sometimes if you mash the B button while they're in shield mode, red shield mode, it does break. And sometimes if you can hoist them up in the air with some of your magical attacks or magic strikes, they'll go up in the air and the red shield will disappear. I've seen it happen, but I don't risk it or chance it because I don't want to be the reason that 5 or 6 freaking people go down because I hit the damn medic. I think what happens is when you range the medic while the shield's up, that's how it happens, I believe. I don't want to be wrong, but I think that's how it happens. But all together, if you can't like do it right to knock them off their feet, get them in the air and get them off the floor, then just don't attack them all together until the red shield's gone. When the red shield's gone, then have at it. But the best attack I can tell you to do is the range button. The range button is used. What I do is I specifically use range. I do use the square button too, but I mostly just use the range button, which is the square button, and that is used to take down the medic. I use the square button too because I'm a DPS. I can deal more damage than most characters that are in the instance, but there'll be most times that there'll be like tier 4 gear or just coming up tier 5 gear players that be in the instance, so they could do it as well. But that's the medic. Red shield, it pops up, don't attack them. The range button's the best way to get rid of them, and that's that. Now for the infantry, you can just wail on them however you can. Use the power, your powers. Use your square button to attack them, and the triangle button. You can take out the infantry that way. That's the only thing I can tell you about the infantry. The infantry, you can kill them off normally, but the medics and sniper, there's a specific way you have to beat them. Now, once you beat I believe it's 3 waves of those enemies, then you will have to face Non. Zod will send out Non. That was at the right corner of your screen. They will send out Non for you to fight him. He's the first one that you have to face. When you face him, I think it's 1 or 2 minutes into the fight, a red sentry will pop up. Red sentries, just like the sniper, you have to take them out with the square button. You have to take them out with the square button. Sometimes either a medic or a sniper will show up while you're facing Non. Try to take them out as quickly as possible. They'll make it a lot more difficult for you. Trust me, it happens. Red sentries go down with the square button. Make sure you defeat all the red sentries before you defeat Non. If you don't, it will be very difficult when you have to face Ursa next. Facing Ursa is a lot more difficult if you still have red sentries up. When you have red sentries up and Ursa comes out, there's something called white sentries that show up. White sentries show up, you have to range them. You have to absolutely not just like the medic, but snipers, you have the white sentry, you have to range them. If you hit them any other way, you will die. That's the best way I can say it to you. You hit them any other way, you die. That's it. With white sentries, you range them up. Sometimes, just like last time, the medic or a sniper will pop up. Just kill them off to make your life more easier, make your raid instance more easier. White sentries go down with this triangle button only. I'm not sure if you could use your powers or iconic powers against any of these sentries. I've never tried it because I never wanted to sit there and mess anything up. So best thing to do is just red sentries, square button, mash the square button, destroy the square button. White sentries, same thing but with the triangle button. Just keep mashing them up. Once you beat Ursa, it should be a lot more easy pickings when it comes up to fighting General Zod. General Zod, he's the final guy. I think some more enemies come up, but don't be that hard. Don't be that difficult. But once you defeat General Zod, then that's the end of the instance. You get a weekly reward and you get 50 to 500 marks of triumph doing this instance. And that about covers it for the FOS. I've done it that many times and know what's going on. So for those of you that may have missed what I've said, what I've explained to you about FOS 3, there you have it. And then you can see, if you pay attention to the instance and see what's going on each second for every enemy you face, it's that easy. It is that easy. That's why I believe that FOS 2 and FOS 1 is a lot more difficult than FOS 3. And if you do those instances in the beginning, you'll know why. So it's my belief, if you don't have a group, not you alone, but if you have a group that is stocked with either FOS 3, not FOS 3, sorry, Tier 3 or Tier 4 gear, have them be your line of defense and offense when you're facing off in the FOS 2 and FOS 1. That's your best bet because they're that strong. So with that said, hopefully I'll get a video done for Kahndaq. And like I said before, I won't do FOS 3 until the weekly bonus comes up, or monthly bonus, I forget which one it is. When the bonus comes up, because I'm locked out of all 3 of the feats. So this is from me and Delta Crow saying the epic see ya. And we'll take you to Kahndaq on the next video, episode 62, I believe it will be. So, that's adios. Take care. Bye-bye.